How do you prepare yourself? What do you do exactly?
Dedicate yourself, have discipline to sit there and listen to them and not try to bypass the entire book. You're here. Be happy. You're alive. You're breathing in air. You're not sick. Utilize the time, the efforts, the people that you're working with. Inspire each other and work together and push forward. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Coronavirus versus Business. We welcome you every Tuesday and Thursday live at 5 Eastern Standard Time. You're joining us at the Best Media headquarters here in Toronto with myself, David Marcantonio, and Roberto Pacinelli.
Woo!
Help us help you by sharing our content. Subscribe, share, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. The purpose of this show, I know some people are asking, it's for those business owners on how they can navigate through these unprecedented times. You know, just like you, Rob and I have been through 2 downturns in the past 2 decades. And we've managed to, get ourselves out of it and get better and better and better. So, this is a crisis. We know that it's happening. And there's nothing wrong by taking advantage of it. Because you want to sit around and just talk about it constantly, COVID, and look what it's doing, and look how many cases and all this other stuff that you're hearing. It's all this noise coming to you. Every radio station you put on, every news channel you put on, you hear it. It's everywhere. So they're getting the message out. So you need to reverse that. And you need to use the same tactics they're using on all of the channels that they're using, constantly pushing the content out of coronavirus. It's like everybody's talking about it. Conspiracy, not conspiracy, was it built in China, and whatever the case may be. That's not my job to figure out where it is or how it became. But I do know that they're doing a really good job pushing it out. So that leads me to getting people's attention. In these times, it's even harder for a business to get clients, customer, people's attention because every day COVID. So now you got to think of different strategies to push your content out. Use different channels. And you got to do it consistently. You can't just think one day, I'm going to do it today, I'm not going to do it tomorrow, or I don't know what's going to happen, No, make a decision. If that's what you believe in, you believe that you still want to continue with your business, you believe that this is the right product or service or whatnot, and then you got to figure out a way to get people's attention, because if you don't get their attention, it's going to be very, very difficult to sell anything to them. What do you think, Rob?
Attention, to me, means awareness, means visibility, and it's the first step in any sales process. So absolutely agree with you, Dave. And looking at the media, they're pushing the emotion of fear.
Do you really? Agree?
They push the emotion of fear. So you got to figure out what emotion are you going to capitalize on. This is how good advertising, promotion, marketing is done. It takes advantage of a certain emotion, stimulates an emotion. The news outlets are thriving right now because they're scaring the shit out of everybody, and no one can stop watching the news channels, and they're just scared as hell, and they don't know what to do. So
I don't even know how they do that business.
Yeah.
Sit there all day and say the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And again, it's just designed to scare you. So, yeah.
Success loves preparation. You need to prepare. So 80% is psychological, and the other 20% is skills. And this is only going on, I'm talking about myself right now. If you don't got the right mindset, I didn't always have the skill. I can hire the skill, but psychologically, you got to prepare yourself, man. So that's where I come up with the 80-20.
How do you prepare yourself? What do you do exactly so that we can help others do the same?
Number one, listen to, knowledgeable people like you and myself. Work with great people like we have on our team. Go out there and find out the best of the best that have what you want, dedicate yourself, have discipline to sit there and listen to them and not try to bypass the entire book and read the last page and not read the front and the middle and take notes and highlight and read it again. You know, everybody wants this quick buck. You know what happens? Ching ching. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When you want the quick buck, because it doesn't happen like that, right? Unless you win the lottery. So what do you do? What do I do? You follow those great people that have what you want. And you can't follow everybody, because then it's too much noise. So, you know, you got to be very careful. Be open-minded, but when your mind's open too much, too many things goes inside and get all confused. So you got to be very careful. Be mindful, but open-minded. And take the time. Take time. Like every day. I literally, every day. You know, Natalia hates it. You know, I'm on the YouTube at nighttime and that's my school, right? And I'm going through these videos and I'm training my mind. You know, what I believe that I need to do. And the discipline, as much as I'm tired and I got other things to do, I need to do that, right? Yeah, that's a half an hour. It's not a big deal.
So some of the people that I do that with, for example, Russell Brunson, Lewis Howes, you know, those are the people that I follow to understand how to do my digital marketing better. So who do you look for or look towards for this type of inspiration, advice, and kind of model yourself?
Great question.
After?
Well, there's different divisions, right? You know, I love the sales game. So there's a few people in sales that I enjoy to follow. One of them would be Grant Cardone. Another one would be Gary Vee. That's a mixture of social and sales. And then, you know, I like the old school guys like Joe Rogan, right? You know, the Tony
Jim Rohn, right?
Jim Rohn. You know?
Love that guy, man. Awesome.
He's there. He has a lot of content that's been taken, has been twisted and added, and you know, through times there's different ways of pushing the content out, right? So, Valuetainment, Patrick David, you know, he's good. He's taught me a lot.
And one of the guys that you actually brought me on to is Andy Frisella. Wow.
Yeah.
If you can handle it, man, yeah, he'll definitely give you a dose of reality and make you check yourself. That's for sure.
Yeah. But not everybody can handle that.
Yeah.
And not everybody can handle the coronavirus mentally, physically, emotionally. Okay, a lot of people are getting knocked down. We've got punched in the stomach hard, and some really hard, and some may not even get back up as much as they want to, you know? So again, mindset. Hey, we're in this mess right now. Pick a few people to chill with and talk about how we're going to get out of this, man. We're business owners. Let's help each other out. Who are you using? What are you using? Are you using what company are you using? What are you doing? How you navigating through this, right? You know, don't sit there and say, I'm okay, I don't need any stimulus, you know. The government's offering some stimulus, dude. Don't tell me you ain't gonna take it, man. Take it. It's only gonna help you. It's gonna help you, you know. So yeah, we've been kicked hard in the gut. So there's a lot of work now that's involved to ensure that you continue to push forward and don't give up, man. If you know you got a good product, you got a good service, go for it. These are the times. Take advantage of the crisis. You know what I mean? Get out there. And tell you, I was just telling you guys just recently, right? If you don't, you know, keep your eye on the prize is going to go away. So, you know, even though there's nothing to sell to that customer, pick up the phone, give them a call, send them some content, send them something. You know what I mean? Via, you know, an email. Not a lot of people are going to be taking products right now because they got to be very careful of what's on them. But, you know, hey, keep in contact with them. It's important. Or else somebody else will. Someone else is going to steal your prize. What do you think?
I think there's many ways to keep in contact with them. You know, contacting them directly over the phone, great way. But how do you scale your time, and how do you do this in a more automated fashion? Use social media. Create a piece of awesome content that your audience wants around the problem that you solve for your audience, and send that out to your social media. And that's a great way to additionally stay in touch with them. So if you deal with a large volume of clients, you can't, you know, call everyone every day or every week or every month. Use the technology that's available, free, social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You get the idea, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. Get your content out there and make good content as much as you can.
Absolutely. And this is the time to do it. And people have more time now than than they did before, right? So get out there. There's what, 22, just in America, 22 million people filed for unemployment, if these figures are correct, from the Washington Post. I believe we have over 500,000 in Canada.
I thought it was over 1 million, but I'm not
in Canada?
Sure. Yeah, I think. Yeah. But again.
Well, 1 million, half, yeah, 1.5.
That's a lot.
You know, these are people filing for unemployment because where they were working, they're being forced to stay home. So what do? Take advantage of it. There's nothing you can do. Make something of it. You know?
Yep. And if you're not aware of the stimulus or what is available to you as a business owner, you got to do your research. Get out there, figure out what's available to you, and take advantage of it. Absolutely. So don't sit idle. Take action.
Yeah, how many people are taking action?
Not enough, but that's what we're here trying to do, trying to promote you to do something better. You can't just sit with your head in the sand and wait for shit to happen to
Absolutely.
you.
You know, I went to the bank today. I have not been to the bank. Rob wasn't here today, so I went and I stood in line, and I was nobody. Nobody, you're 6 feet away from nobody was having a conversation with anybody. Can you imagine that? There was 25 deep in this line, and I'm looking. Nobody's talking to anybody.
For sure.
Those are the times that you need to take advantage of this crisis. Now, you can still talk to somebody 6 feet away. They can hear you, and spark up a conversation. Everybody's just dead out there, start talking to each other, right? Help each other out, share what's happening, instead of being so upset, because they looked mighty upset in that lineup.
I think it's a combination of maybe being angry, upset, but also fearful too. They don't know if the guy in front of them, behind them is
that's the mindset. You're gonna
coughing, this and that, and
you're gonna walk around with fear all day long.
Me, I don't, but the masses do. Look what the news outlets are doing. They're massively making everyone scared. So
this is what this show can do. This show can come. While you're listening to this show, you should think about that. Maybe changing your mindset. Be tougher. You're here. Be happy. You're alive. You're breathing in air. You're not sick. Utilize the time, the efforts, the people that you're working with. Inspire each other, and work together and push forward. What else are you going to do?
Play video games?
No, it's BS. You're going to get anywhere with that. At a certain time in your life, of course. But, you know what I mean? Now you really, as a business owner, you really got to start taking the opportunity. You said you never had any time before. Take the opportunity now and find out the channels that you can use, depending on where you want to go with your business. Now, there's tons of them that are available. You contact the best media, free consultation, doesn't cost you anything. In our office, yourself, your team will be happy to take questions from interested business owners. They don't know how to do it or what they should be doing or what would be the cost of it, what would be the benefit of it, right? These are tools that they don't have at their fingertips. These are tools that we have. Obviously you can call any agency out there, but not every agency is going to give you the right information or if they have the right tools to do that. So you should take that time. And you can get around a lot quicker these days too.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've never loved commuting to work more than I have in the last few weeks, that's for sure. So one opportunity I'm taking advantage of.
And then as time goes on, maybe people are going to get so comfortable working from home.
Yep, absolutely.
And then the brick and mortar places are not going to have anybody to lease because, a couple months, the business owners are like, wow, this is actually working. My employee's working from home, saving money.
Yep, absolutely. My kids are actually doing a jazz ballet class right now remotely online. and they used to attend this every Thursday right about now. And my wife just chatted me that they're doing it online. They're actually loving it. So this is the first attempt at doing it online, and the kids are loving it. So it's working, and I think it's just gonna, like you said, this is gonna replace a lot of traditional businesses where people actually went in to do, for example, dance lessons. This is gonna shift a lot to remote teaching now. So
there's a lot of platforms that are available for someone that wants to switch over and they haven't yet. They should definitely look into these platforms that we have to offer. There's many out there, right? But it's just not the platform. There's a lot of things that need to be developed to push out that content properly. I'm sure that they just didn't. There's
of course. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're in a business and you think, oh, I can never shift my business online, you are wrong. We have clients. We have a plumber as a client that started his own website selling wholesale plumbing products, as an example. So now he does contract work for plumbing. He also said, you know what? Because I'm always buying supplies online already, I'm going to create my own reseller version of the site. We created it for him, and now he's selling products online. We have a therapist that created all of their courses online. So now she's actually doing therapy remotely and through basically a preset made of videos, and she's selling that online. What other examples? You're a chef, you're a restaurant owner. There's other services that you could do online. Create recipes and video recipes about all your entrees and all your special dishes that you make, and maybe you could even sell that. You can sell how to cook videos. Lots of different opportunities available. So you need to adapt. And my most recent example, the jazz ballet classes. Who would ever think that you could conduct dance lessons remotely? But it is taking place. It is being done. Right now you can't get your car fixed remotely, but you have to be creative.
Funny, eh? Show up to your house, bring the hoist. You never know.
You never know, right? Teslas are actually able to be fixed remotely. You just hook it up online because they're electric, no real mechanical parts. They can actually upgrade operating systems and stuff. So anyways, you got to get creative and think out of the box. This is the time to take advantage of the opportunity that's upon us. So you can sit and cry in a corner about all the bad things, but it's not going to change anything. Remember what we talked about, one of the best quotes I ever brought to us. Worrying is like a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it's not gonna get you anywhere. Worrying is like a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it's not gonna get you anywhere.
Totally agree. So don't worry about the coronavirus. Worry about how you're gonna beat it up.
That's right.
Right? So we got to come on top. You're going into a fight, a big fight, an invisible one. It's a hard one.
You're already in it.
True. So what do we got to do? We got to knock it out.
That's it.
So we got to use every possible tool available at our fingertips. That's right. Dun, 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 dun,
Jeffrey, we got to play the Rocky theme song to this. Eye of the Tiger. Hey, see if you can put it into
we
the
got
video
a video,
part,
me and Rob. Yeah, I gave him a right hook. Yeah, it happened last year. You see that, eh? Pipes. So, yeah, we got to knock it out. And with that, you need tools. You need psychologically, you got to, emotionally, you need energy. So you got to be eating well. You got to be feeling well. Because having the tools and having the skills, but if you don't have the energy, it's not going to work.
Good point.
You're going to have the want. You have to have that want. And you have to have the consistency. You're going to make some mistakes. Some things are not going to work. But you got to keep on pushing forward. And I know people don't like to hear it, right? Because they're like, man, I'm tired. Well, hey, dude. You're gonna feel what you say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat this thing. That's what you're gonna feel. So now that you're gonna beat it, you say you're gonna beat it. How are you gonna do it? Now, who do you need? Don't try to win the fight on your own, eh? Because every sport team has coaches, multiple coaches. They got all of these experts around them. So don't try to be a superstar and that you're gonna win this on your own and be some sole entrepreneur that's gonna get out of this. Go out, find the experts, find those partners that you want to work with. Of course, you're going to have to pay them for their time, but they're going to take you to places that you never thought you could get to.
Quicker and faster.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Bye-bye.